used to work for a crypto millionaire.
If you someone walked up to you on the street, right? And he throws $10,000 in your face. He's like, take this money, bitch. You're going to be like, this guy's fucking annoying. This guy's creepy, whatever. But you're still going to take the money. You know what I mean? That's how I think it kind of is with girls. Not necessarily with money necessarily, but with clout.
During the time when he was sober, he wasn't trying to sleep with you. I think that's the hardest part as a successful man when it comes to dating is not knowing the person's intentions.
Obviously, I do hang out with people. I hang out with influencers. I hang out with people that have the connections, and I've seen a lot of things, and I don't like them. Oh, I did choose, but to be honest, now that I went to a frat party, fuck them clubs. These influencer parties, a man is as loyal as his options. If I want to be a photographer, right? I hang out with all these photographers, network with them so they give me clients. Come on, girls, can we use our brains? That'll be great. I just don't like girls that are just drifting off just to just go to these events like that. Dude, okay, what's gonna happen when you're old and you can't go to these parties anymore? You don't have a foundation that you built. Yeah, you have networking, okay. I've seen girls that network so much, but they can't even get a job with them.
But then some girls spend all that money on purses and stupid shit. I'm like, you could retire in 4 years if you just fucking invested your money and just fucking buy some real estate. You don't need the fucking Birkin bag.
Oh my God. I asked every crypto guy, right? So what did you do with the money that you got whenever, crypto went up and you got this money? They're like, oh, I love Versace watch, whatever. Every guy that I asked, did you buy a house? They didn't. They didn't buy a house. What did you do with the money? I rented cars. Did you even buy a car? No, they didn't buy a car. They didn't buy real estate. They didn't buy anything. The crypto guy that I work with still rents houses. And I'm like, why can't you just buy a house? Dude, it's not that deep.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us and hope you'll continue to be a part of our family for the foreseeable future. And if so, please hit that subscribe button. I am Mohammed Malay here with my incredible co-host, Zach Evans, and our new amazing guest of today, Amber. How's it going?
Hi.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do, how old you are, all the good stuff.
That's scary. I'm just kidding. Hi, my name is Amber. I'm 22 years old. I'm from San Diego, California, but I live in LA, and I'm a content creator.
Awesome. That's awesome. Content creator, how long?
Oh, probably a year.
Oh, so fairly new. What were you doing before?
I was doing a lot of stuff before.
Which is?
I used to work for a crypto millionaire at his house. I was his assistant. I used to do Uber Eats. I used to, I still do brand ambassador jobs. Companies hire you just to hand out stuff.
You know what? You said crypto millionaire. Nothing else matters. Can you talk about this or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's well known kind of in the crypto kind of vibe. He has a lot of, I've seen a lot of things in the house that I worked in, and he was really, really sweet. He's a really nice person, but when someone gets a lot of money,
things change.
Can change if you don't have your foot on the ground,
Mm-hmm. So did you know him prior to him getting massively rich or no? Okay.
I met him when he had a house. He rented out, that big content house, a Hollywood sign, with the pool and everything like that.
The Selfie Pop one?
Yeah.
Or now it's Selfie Pop. It was something
now
before.
Selfie Pop. Yeah, he rented out for a while and then he moved to another house. I met him there.
Gotcha.
You're not telling us stories. Tell us the story.
Okay. One story is that I was at that 3-story house, the Hollywood, whatever, the Hype House, right? And I hanged out with my friend, and then we went. My friend he needed something. The crypto millionaire needed something, and then we went to his room. And then that's why I met him the first time. I was like, hi, my name is Amber. And he's like, oh, you want to come cuddle with me? And I was like, no. And then my friend's like, dude, stop, what's it called? Hitting on my friends. And then we left. And then I asked him for a job later. I was like, hey.
So you weren't creeped out at all?
I was, what's so weird? I wasn't. It was weird. I wasn't creeped out.
I'm going to be honest. I think, especially in LA, clout beats everything. I've heard so many stories of girls, oh, this photographer is creepy, but he has a lot of followers. Two weeks later, they're shooting with this photographer. Oh, this guy's weird. 2 weeks later, they're in Tulum with him. You know what I mean? It's it doesn't matter. It's clout. The way I told my guy friends is like this. It's if you someone walked up to you on the street, right? and he throws $10,000 in your face. He's like, take this money, bitch. You're going to be like, this guy's fucking annoying. This guy's creepy, whatever. But you're still going to take the money. You know what I mean? That's how I think it kind of is with girls. Not necessarily with money necessarily, but with like clout.
I think it depends on the person. Like for me, I wouldn't. I'm at this phase where it's like, I don't care. I will ghost you. If you're, you're mean or just not the person that I want you to be, like I'm going to ghost you. Like I'm sorry. I don't care anymore. Because I feel like people get into a level of like, I can do whatever I want because I have all the money and the clout, whatever. And I hate that. I hate people like, because I have so many followers, I have the privilege to like, act the way that I want or treat people, the way that I want. I don't agree with people doing that. But I do have people that I've seen that just because they have clout, like they,
But you're describing the millionaire. That's exactly what he did. Did whatever the fuck he wanted, said whatever the fuck he wanted.
That's true because I think whenever I was in a vulnerable state, I feel like I needed a job. I wanted to move to LA. That's why. That's my story. Like I want to move to LA. So he got me a job in his like skincare company. He had a skincare company for men. And
You what?
Well, you didn't name him, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who have skincare companies.
And he gave me a job in his company as a social media manager, right? And I moved to LA, and then it was so sweet. He did pay for my rent, and he paid me as well. That was really, really sweet.
For 1 month or how long?
No. As long as I was working with him.
Got it.
That was so sweet. I worked in that company for 4 months, and then like he cut all the employees. Like there's a new manager coming in, and then she like fired a lot of people, and I was like, okay. And then I got fired, and then I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So I like for a couple months I did like Uber Eats, and then I figured out that they needed help at the house. So I basically cleaned his house, like, and his assistant or whatever he needed to actually get a job, But he was so sweet. Like he's so sweet. Like he's such a great person. But whenever like people use drugs, like they change. It's so sad.
Sure.
Really sad.
So during the time when he was sober, he wasn't trying to sleep with you?
No, you know what's so weird? He never tried anything on me at all. But I saw my friends, like one time when he was moving, because he was moving from the house, he licked my friend's ear for some reason.
Just randomly?
Yeah, randomly. Like my friend comes back and she's like, oh my god, he just licked my ear, like he was talking to me, whatever. And I was like, what? I was like, I've never had that. I've never had the incident of him like flirting with me, like, and anything like that. You know why? Because he was dating a girl before when I worked with him. Like he had a fiance and stuff like that. It's so weird. He never tried anything.
Did any of the girls like that he did like kind of creepy stuff to like still get with him because he's rich and has clout?
Well, not my friend that he licked his ear. That's
yeah.
Not her.
Yeah, but with other girls?
I feel, yeah, definitely. Like he had a lot of orgies and stuff. Like he had a lot of girls. Yeah, like this girl that, he dated this girl for like 6 years and he gave her like a lot of money. Like he gave her a lot of money, and then now she's like, she wanted to be a model. So like she, obviously she can be a model now, and I'm so proud of that, to be honest. Like, hey, get your bag.
Yeah.
Get it, And I think definitely like he wouldn't have slept with girls if he didn't have the money that he had, to be honest.
Does he have a lot less money since the market has crashed?
Well, I don't know, because he's an investor. Like he invests in like stuff.
Got it.
He doesn't really like, just does crypto. Like he invests in more. Like he's an investor and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so like the model that got a bunch of money, now she can be a model, do nothing. Do you think it's like, it's more of like, oh, I just want this lifestyle. All right, I'll sleep with this dude just because like I need the money? Or is it more like I'm attracted to someone who's successful and has clout and has some level of like influence, and I'm attracted to that, and that makes the person attractive? Also, I kind of want the lifestyle, but I'm also kind of into him for like the clout aspect.
I think it's survival. I feel like in that aspect of like, because she didn't have money at the beginning. Okay. She came from a really rough like patch, and that's fine. In survival, I feel like it's like, I have to do this. I have to sacrifice myself to do something, because everybody does that. And I feel like, or maybe I don't know, like maybe she was in love with him. I don't know. Like, she actually saw he was really nice, because he was really nice. He took her out from like, the ghetto, and like she really out here, like, take care of her and stuff like that. And that was really nice. Like I feel like maybe she did see something in him, like personality wise and stuff like that, before he probably did all these drugs and stuff. And then afterwards, like, obviously they're not together anymore. But
I think that's the hardest part as a successful man when it comes to dating, is not knowing the person's intentions. I used to tell my ex, the one thing that terrifies me most is becoming super successful, and then every single person that's around me is just there because they want something, as opposed to just genuinely be there because they care.
Oh yeah, I've had this in LA a lot of times, and I want to move out. Sorry, like, fuck LA, to be honest. Like, it was so bad. Yeah, like, people are just like, they have an agenda, of course. Like, they want clout, of course they want to step up, and sometimes people they don't care what to do with you. You know, it's for example, like, clubs. Pretty girls get in for free because they want the guys to know, like, hey, come in the club, like, there's so many pretty girls and stuff like that. Oh no, but if a guy wants to come in, it's $150. Like, okay, damn.
So you're saying you think the guy should get in for free too?
I feel like sometimes if you have like 8 girls and like 2 guys, I feel like they should get in for free. That it's still a problem. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, people are just clout. Like, the thing is, like, I've seen a lot of stuff because I've been in, like, obviously I do hang out with people. I hang out with influencers. I hang out with people that have the connections, and I've seen a lot of things, and I don't like them. You know, I really don't like some of the things that people are doing, you know, like new money influencers and old money influencers. You know, I hate it. Like, I went to this party of this influencer, or just like this group of influencers, like the new influencers, like the TikTok influencers. They're so, like, I feel like arrogant, or just like, I went to his party and it was like a famous TikToker. And then I was I have a good friend that he's part of that group. And I went into the club and I saw him. I was like, oh my God, hi. And I was like, okay, like, can I come with you? Because there's like a VIP section. And obviously the normal section, it was like sardines. It was horrible. I was like, there's no drinks, there's no food. There's like 99% girls. What is going on? And then I was like, hey, can you get me to the VIP? Because he's my friend. Like, it's not that hard to give me a wristband to go to the VIP. It's just me and my friend. That's it. He's like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of full. Like, I don't know the security and stuff like that. And I was like, are you serious? I'm your friend. Like, at least try it. At least be like, I'm gonna see and try whatever. And then, like, I know this other guy that was there, and I said hi to him. He literally just said, hi, I've been to his house. I've, you know, helped him with his vlogs. I've done all this stuff. And, like, he didn't even, like, acknowledge me. It was so embarrassing for me. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I was there for 30 minutes and I left. So embarrassing. I ghosted them. I'm not gonna hang out with these people. Like, it's so embarrassing that you expect. And then the guy actually tried to text me. He's like, how you been? I'm like, okay. I ghosted him. I don't care. And he keeps seeing my stories and he likes my stories. You know, I don't know if I should be upfront about it and, like, be like, hey, you know, that wasn't cool. You know?
So here's what I don't get. Okay, I understand why this, that sounds like it'd be annoying. Like, you feel like, oh, you think you're better than me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you're still choosing to go to these clout VIP parties. Like, you could just go to, like, a normal party, a normal bar.
Yeah.
Go to, like, the Abbey, go to, like, No Vacancy or something. And, like, you have that option, but you're choosing to go to these clout places.
That was my mistake. Oh, I did choose, but to be honest, now that I went to a frat party, fuck them clubs. These influencer parties. Bro, I'm telling you, I went to, is it TBD, like UCLA? I went to this frat party. Oh my God, this is like the best party I've ever been. Like, I've been to every club, okay? I've been to every club, I've been to every party. But this is a different type of spice. Oh my God. Everybody was actually dancing. Like, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Like, people were just like, the line was massive, like massive to get in. Like, people were throwing twisted teas at the crowd of people actually, like, you know, making line. My friend got hit. Actually, it was weird. It was crazy. But then when we got in, it was so fun though. Like,
did you stand in line or did you just?
Yeah, I stood in line, but like we kind of were pushing and like we got in. It was so fun. People were actually partying. The music was amazing. I've never been to a club that doesn't have, you know, good music. Everybody has bad music. Get a better DJ, to be honest. It was horrible. Like, I don't know why people don't have good DJs. And they were actually playing good music, you know, like all these like mainstream, like old cool pop music, and people were like jumping from the roof to the pool, you know. It was just fun because people were so nice. People were like gonna dance with you. There wasn't girls that were like, you know, at the club, they're like, and they're at the club, they're literally, because I had the experience the day before, I actually went to La Mesa. Beautiful, okay? The Tulum vibes, beautiful. But then, basically, like, the promoter didn't tell me that there was going to be 12 other girls in the small table that we were at. He didn't know that. I didn't know that he invited another guy who invited other girls. And I was celebrating my friend's 21st birthday. She's amazing. And I didn't know. I brought all the girls that I could. I brought 6 girls. Imagine 6 girls and like 12 girls in a small table, you know? And I was like, what is going on? And the girls were not even like partying, you know, like having a great time. They were like this. They were like on their phones. They were not even doing anything. I was like, hello? Like, are you going to dance? Are you going to do something? Then why are you here? Then why are you here? Then why are you going to a club if you're not going to party? You're not going to have a good time. Yeah, they were eating, they were drinking, but they weren't even like trying to talk to us. I was the one talking to my friends, and I was kind of trying to talk to them, but they weren't talking to me. I was like, hello?
Yeah, so, okay, with this whole... Here's the thing that I think. A lot of people complain about dating in LA.
Okay.
For one thing, yes, I do think in this scene, that's why I tell people dating is like hard mode. Like, you play a video game, you can do like easy mode, like beginner, like medium or hard. Like, it's like challenge mode in LA. It's like sociopaths, fucking narcissists. It's like fake people. You have to deal with all that stuff. But it's only that way if you're in the scene, and for guys and girls. Like, guys are complaining, girls are fake, they just want clout, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, go to Chipotle, find like the girl working at Chipotle. I guarantee you she doesn't care that much about clout, but you don't want that girl because she's not hot enough.
Yeah.
And girls, it's the same way. They're like, I hate dating LA. I'm like, yeah, because you're going for fucking influencer TikTok people.
Yeah.
Go to Chipotle, find the dude behind the cash register, probably a super nice guy.
Financial guys. I recommend financial guys or people in corporate. Like, that's what they say. Like,
or people at Chipotle.
Yeah, people
Great
at Chipotle.
guy.
Yep. People at Chipotle, at the people that work at Chanel, you know, Louis Vuitton, like, they're really nice. I've seen really hot guys go to Chanel, Prada, you know, they sell bags.
How do we get from Chipotle to Prada?
Oh, I don't know.
They're straight, those guys you're referring to?
I feel like they are. You know?
Feel like they are?
I don't know.
Uh-huh,
Maybe.
Okay. So you're just
try it.
you're just giving advice based on nothing.
I mean, Chipotle is a good one, though.
And don't get me wrong, like, I don't want to date the girls from Chipotle either. But,
Damn.
like, that's what, like, not in a bad way.
Yeah,
like,
I
just
get
like
it, though.
everybody has their strengths and weaknesses.
Hey, there's actually pretty girls at Chipotle. There's actually girls working at Starbucks. They're really, really pretty. I used to work at Starbucks. You know?
Yeah, but that's my point is like, okay, so if you want the top of the top level, then that, I think what happens is people then are playing the dating game on hard mode, and then they're pissed off because it's not working out for them because it's really hard on hard mode. But it's like, if you want the top of the top, that's what it takes.
Well,
you know?
I always say a man is as loyal as his options. So that's why influencers cheat and stuff like that, because there's so many. Imagine, like, you have any girl that you can imagine. So come on, temptation. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You're on the top of the top. You're like a Drake. You're like, you know, like you're having all these girls, and you're like, oh my God, there's so many options, you know?
Yeah. No, I had a friend one time, and he was like, bro, if I wasn't in this relationship, I would be getting all these girls, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, your girlfriend's a 4. You would not be getting any. Your girlfriend looks like a bowling ball stacked on top of an exercise ball with 2 shoes at the bottom. None of these girls want you. You have no shot with any of these girls. Like, shut the fuck up.
Then do it. Then do
and
it.
I was like, if you could, you would not be dating the bowling ball.
For
you
real.
know what I mean?
Like,
and her personality was a bowling ball too. It was like talking to a fucking brick wall. It was like, I was like, if you could have done better, you would have done better.
yeah, then do it.
It's mean.
You should have been like, then do it.
Yeah.
Go. Do it.
And I'm not saying like ugly in a bad way. You know
no,
what
I mean,
like,
yeah, but that's true.
Yeah.
For real. Like, there's men that out here like, I can get a 10, and they're like out here like with a girl that is just like you described, and I was like, okay.
What I hate, okay, Gen Z has fucked this up for everybody.
Oh,
y'all
they did.
have like,
oh yeah,
you guys have taken
they.
They did.
The Gen Z, they them.
No, she said
Gen Z.
they. It's we.
Oh, we, yeah. I always forget that I'm a Gen Z, but I don't feel like I am in that category. I'm not like that dating like the You know, but we're talking about
going to TikTok parties, stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, I love them. They're great. I mean, I do like going to TikTok parties and all this stuff. And it's fun because it's like so cool to see all these decorations, all these things that they have, the merch and blah, blah, blah. It's so cool. But I'm not like so arrogant about it. I'm not going to post so much about it. Like, look what I got, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not going to be, and I'm not going to be like, how many followers do you have? Like, oh my God, like, how many followers do you have on Instagram? Like, you know how girls do that, or just men? I don't know. You know, and that's why I kind of get scared of going to these events, because I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna ask me, and I'm like, I don't want to give you my. Sometimes I don't want to give people my Instagram. You know, I'm like, I don't want to give you my Instagram. You know, because
you don't have enough followers.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't have enough followers. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to give you my Instagram. Like,
wait, how many followers do you have?
I have like 3,500.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
what's crazy to me is how easily girls are like manipulated by fake clout and fake followers.
Yeah.
And it's one of our friends. Literally, she goes up to me one time. She's like, oh, I'm dating this new videographer. She's like hype about him. She's like, he has 500,000 followers. I'm like, dang, that's crazy for a videographer. Have 500,000 followers. I'm looking at his videos. They're like, okay. They're like good videos, but it's not like he's shooting Leonardo DiCaprio, blah, blah. And then going to his first post, it's like 2 likes, 3 comments, right? His next post is like 10 likes, 50. And I'm like, yo, these followers are obviously fake. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even know. But the crazier part was a week later, I overheard her talking to her friend, and she's like, yeah, I'm dating this videographer. He has 500,000 followers. And I was like, you know they're fake. You know they're fake. You just don't care. Like, it's still like clout. Like, even fake clout is clout to girls. You know?
That's not clout, though. Because they're bot. They're not going to look at your story. Like, whenever he tags you, you know, he's not going to look, you know, those people actually don't exist. They're not going to look at your story and then go follow you.
But I don't think they care. I think girls want to show their friends.
Yeah.
Look at who I'm dating. Look how cool he is.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, you could be, you know, because I've tasted, not tasted. You know, I've tasted a lot of different categories, okay? I've tasted a lot of different categories, and the more that I see this influencer, this, like, more followers, the better. It's not. Like, the more I think he's going to cheat on you, he's not going to give a fuck about you, because he's going to be like, I can get whoever I want. Why would I choose you? You know? Like, for me, I like the guys that don't have a private Instagram, don't have a lot of followers. You know, those are the ones that actually care about you. That's what I learned. You know, like, they're not gonna, you know, I think they're gonna cherish you and appreciate you more, because it's, you know.
I mean, it is crazy. So we just had a party like 3 days ago. Okay. And it was like, do you know who Nija is, the skateboarder?
No.
So he's like a pro skateboarder, throws a bunch of parties in LA.
And you didn't invite me?
I don't think I did.
I know you didn't.
But anyway, you don't like clout parties, right?
Anyways.
But no, that's the funny part, is when I posted like that story, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had so many girls hitting me up. Where's my invite? Thanks for the invite. Haha. Well, invite me next time. Blah, blah, blah. And these are girls that I've like invited to like other shit in the past.
And they didn't go.
They never went, right? But what I don't understand is, I was like, what makes them want to come? I'm like I get it. Like, Nija's a cool guy. His parties are like fun.
They don't care.
Like, they don't care about that.
They don't care who it is. They care of like who is like at the party. If they see if you're like famous or whatever, or they see like someone famous or like free merch or like all this cool stuff, clout, they will try to get in, you know? And you know what, to be honest, like, I get it. I get the hustle. It's fine. I was there, you know, like, I like clout sometimes. That's not,
but why?
You know?
Why do I get why guys like clout. Guys, you start off here, you're alone.
Yeah.
Girls don't like you. You're lonely. You fucking jerk off every night to fucking Pornhub. Then you get clout.
Yeah.
Then girls like you. Then you get to have sex with real live girls. So it's like you go from like feeling shitty to like feeling really good. It's like a linear relationship. Yeah. Girls, it's like you start here, you get clout, and that's it. Nobody gives a fuck. Guys don't want to fuck you more if you have. In fact, I would prefer girls less clout. You know what I mean? So why do girls? What is the purpose of the clout? What are you guys getting?
You know what? It's such a different agenda for everybody. Maybe that girl wants clout so she doesn't have to use men anymore. You know, there's other girls that, you know, want the clout to get those followers so they don't have to ask the promoters to go to the club. So they don't have to ask people to go to parties. You know, don't have to be nice to the men that are going to invite them to parties. Just be nice to them to get into the places that they want to be. You know, it is annoying. It is annoying to be like, oh, like, oh, I have to text this promoter to see if he likes me or like if I'm pretty enough to go to this club, whatever, you know. And other girls are just like, because they want to show off. They want to be like, hey, I have this much followers, or like, look at all these parties that I'm going to. Like, you know, you're not going to this party, I'm going to this party, you know, to show off to other girls. I think it's to show off to other girls that you know, that I'm better than you. You know?
I agree. It's like to solidify your spot in the social hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bitch, you're down there. I'm
Yeah.
up here. Look at me. I'm at this party. Blah, 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 blah. Because girls say it's, oh, it's networking. I'm like,
shut up. No,
are you
no.
a skateboarder?
It's not.
You're not a skateboarder. What the fuck are you
What are you gonna
networking?
do?
Who are you
Like,
networking with?
Yeah. It's not. You know what? It's not because like, wait, what was it? I fucking have ADD.
Why do people go to parties? Because is it networking or is it just clout?
It's not networking. Yeah. Sometimes it's not networking.
Usually it's not.
Because it's like I've seen.
So
no,
often.
I'm not joking. I have friends. Don't come at me. I've seen people go to parties just because, and I'm like, you don't do this. Like you don't. Why are you going? Like, and it goes for years. These girls do this networking for years until they're 30. And what did you get?
Nothing.
You get nothing. You didn't get anything. I thought you had a plan for your life. You know, they don't have a life for plan. They just want to party. They just want to drink for free. They just want to do this. I'm like, don't you have a plan that you want to do? Like, you know, girls say they have a plan. I'm like, what is it then? Like, okay, if you want to be an influencer of what then? Like fashion, okay, then go to fashion, you know, New York Fashion Week, do the thing. Connect with photographers. You have to have an actual niche of things. You know, for example, you know, if I want to be a photographer, right? I hang out with all these photographers, you know, network with them so they give me clients. Come on. Like, girls, can we use our brains? That'll be great. Like, I just don't like girls that are just like drifting off just to like, just go to these events of like that. Dude, okay, what's going to happen when you're old and you can't go to these parties anymore? You don't have a foundation that you built. You know, yeah, you have networking, okay. You know, I've seen girls that network so much, but they can't even get a job with them. You know? I'm just like, okay, like.
That's even like, so I've dated 2 girls who used to do OnlyFans. Well, they still do OnlyFans. But,
Okay.
and I think like that industry is the same where I'm like, yo, if you want to do OnlyFans when you're a girl and you're young, you're hot, go do it, get your bag. Like that's always been my kind of like take on it. But then some girls spend all that money on like purses and stupid shit. I'm like, you could retire in like 4 years if you just fucking invested your money and just fucking buy some real estate. Like you don't need the fucking Birkin bag.
Oh my God. He said it. Someone had to say it. I'm so tired of these crypto guys. Oh my God. Okay. Quick about that shit.
Yeah.
Right? I'll go back to the OnlyFans girls. I asked every crypto guy, right? So what did you do with the money that you got whenever, you know, crypto went up and you got all this money? They're like, oh, I love Versace watch, whatever. Every guy that I asked, did you buy a house? They didn't. They didn't buy a house. What did you do with the money? I rented cars. Did you even buy a car? No, they didn't buy a car. They didn't buy real estate. They didn't buy anything. Like the crypto guy that I work with still like rents houses. And I'm like, why can't you just buy a house? Dude, it's not that deep. Buy an apartment. And sometimes these guys don't want to buy apartments in a small apartment, just a small apartment. That's how you start, right? Because they want to show off. They want to be like, oh, look at this house that I have. But you live with 5 other guys. Like, did you buy the house and you're living with 5 other guys to do the mortgage?
With 5 other guys?
No, it's nothing wrong if you have. No,
I only live with 3 other guys.
Okay, no, it's nothing wrong if you're paying the mortgage. If you're actually paying the mortgage to pay this, you know, house off, that's perfect. I love that because it's not you just depending on yourself for the mortgage. You know, you're actually splitting it and people are actually benefiting from that. But if you're renting off, you're like throwing your money in the trash. Like, it just gets me so angry in LA. I'm so angry in LA. I'm moving to Irvine. Because these people are so dumb. Like, why are you so dumb? And back to OnlyFans, yeah, like people buy Versace, Chanel, and stuff like that. And then I'm like, do you buy a house? Are you buying a house, like a car? Are you saving up? No, because they're like in this mindset of like, I'm having all this money and stuff like that. Did you pay off your debt? No, she didn't pay off her debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so annoying to me. I'm like, why?
Well, Zach has a theory on why owning a house is not a smart thing to do.
No, you can have an apartment. It doesn't have to be a house.
Or
it
an
has to be a
apartment
condo.
for that matter.
Well, yeah, but my thing is, I don't think you should own your house, but I think you should use the money you saved on not buying the house to invest in other things. Whether it's investing in a house, having tenants rent that house, and then use that house to pay your
exactly.
rent. Or you're investing it in the stock market or crypto if you know what the fuck you're doing in crypto.
It's simple math. It's girl math. It's boy math. Come on, guys. It's simple math. Like, I was like, I'm so mad because it's like, buy an apartment. It's not that expensive. You cannot lose a house or an apartment, okay? You rent it out. You Airbnb, you peer space. There's so many options not to lose your house. You rent it out, maybe, and if anything, like you sell it and you're fine. Like it's the best investment I feel like that you can do. Like the number one investment for me is that, like real estate. Like if I was a crypto millionaire, I would buy like 4 houses. I don't care. Like I rent them out to actual, like 4 people, like TikTokers or whatever. Like people smart in LA are doing, those old people that are actually renting out to like TikTokers and stuff like that. Yeah, they're smart.
Amber, what's your plan?
What's my plan?
Yeah, you're 24. You said 30-year-olds don't have plans.
No, I'm 22.
Oh, you're 22.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your
I'm not that old.
What's your 8-year plan by the time you're 30?
My 8-year plan, I want to own 2 houses. I want to own at least, my first house, I feel like I'm going to do like an apartment or a condo. I don't want to do like the house.
How are you supposed to be getting there?
I'm saving up. I'm working really hard to save up money to pay off my debt. And then after
What's your debt in?
Basically, I accidentally loaned my cousin money and he never paid me back. And I'm not the one in debt. He is, but technically I am. So I'm paying that off first, fixing my credit. And then, I want to buy an apartment. And a small thing. I don't want to buy like a big thing. You know how people just go off and buy the big ass house.
Sure. Where do you want to buy an apartment?
I don't know yet. I feel like, that is going to come in the right time. I feel like whenever I start looking for houses.
So you don't have a plan is what you're saying.
Oh, well, right now I'm kind of in a stage of my life where I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm discovering, I'm trying to like look for all these tools. I am building tools, of things that I want to do or like things that I can do. I don't know. Like I'm really confused.
That's essentially what you have in common with those 30-year-olds who don't have a plan. Y'all are so confused.
Weird. Like you're 30 years old. Like you should have a plan by now. You had like 10 years.
Yeah, but time goes by very quickly.
I know.
I kind of agree. I mean, more for like when I think about guys, I'm like, okay, let's say you're dating like this 21-year-old guy. He's like broke. He's in college. I'm like, I kind of get that. Mm-hmm. But I think if you're a girl, you're dating a guy like who's like 40 and like lives at his mom's house still. It's like at that point, it's like, yo, you had time to figure this shit out.
Yeah, you had like 20 years ahead of me.
Yeah. It's like at some point, it's like, no, you're like, you already had your shot. Like, you're probably never going to be this person. You know what I mean?
No, I'm 22. I still have time. Like, I still have time. And I feel like I know what my plan is. I love real estate. I always want to, like, I always go on Zillow. Like, whenever I find a house, I like, oh, it's so pretty. I wonder what it looks inside. And then I look on Zillow and I look at it. It's so pretty. I love real estate. I always wanted to have my house because I don't know. My friend moved to Vegas. Maybe I'll buy a house in Vegas too. I don't know.
What do you think about the whole OnlyFans sugar daddy scene? The shortcut.
Oh, get your bag, okay? Get your bag. I don't judge because I always say, I don't pay your bills. I don't pay your rent. I don't. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you had to do to survive. That's not my say. You could do whatever you want. You could be a stripper. You could be whatever because I don't pay your bills. I don't pay your rent. Like you don't know what they're struggling. You don't know what they had to do to be there. But it's very different with girls that do OnlyFans and they stay there because they like it. They stay there because they like it and they like the whole thing. And it's very different when girls have to do it because they have to survive or they, something happened or like they have to survive, and then they're not going to do it for a long time. They're going to do it for a little bit of time, enough to have enough money to, start a business or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's very, there's 2 different categories. I feel like, the one that girls just do it because they're lazy and they don't want to do that and they don't have a plan. Mm-hmm. and then just easy money. And there's girls that actually have a plan, like I'm not going to stay here forever. I'm going to save up my money. I'm going to, pay the stuff that I have to pay. And then I'm going to save up enough to have a business so I can get out of it. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, I've seen both sides because I used to work in the modeling industry. And there's like girls who would do OnlyFans because they were just like, I want to skip a step. And they're like, I don't want to start at the bottom, work my way up in some company, learn a lot of skills. And now you're 30 years old and the only skill you have is a complete utter mastery of the Facetune app. And that's not going to do anything, right? And then there's other girls who like really legitimately love it. Like they're like, it's an art. Like I love talking to my like subscribers. I'm kind of like a therapist to my subscribers. I'm like talking to them, blah, 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 Yeah. And like one of my exes was more of the doing it because I like it. And the other one was like, kind of like oh, I do it because I have like a bunch of trauma in my life. You know what I mean? It was more of like that side of things.
So they didn't have a plan.
No.
Okay.
Actually, neither of them had a plan, to be honest.
Okay. They didn't want like, oh, I'm going to buy a house with this money.
No.
Oh.
No.
See, that's a problem. Let's not do that.
They were not the smartest in the beanstalk. They probably used the white crayons when they were little, like those kind of kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, and I was trying to like encourage them, invest, blah, 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 like do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But
they said no.
They would say, I want to do this, and then just like buy another like Louis Vuitton purse, blah, blah, blah.
I don't. Yeah, for me, like I don't buy designer right now. I would rather save up my money and like travel or do something with it, like invest it. I really want to. My 8-year plan is to have a business as well. Have a business, have real estate, and then after that, I really want to open charities. I do want to do that. In 8 years, I want to have a charity for people. You know, I really want to do that. Just like, I don't know yet. Probably like, I don't know what type of charity it's going to be, but I do want to do charities just to help people out, you know?
What's your relationship history?
You know, it's crazy. I've only dated like 4 people, like 3 people. 4, if you count a situationship.
From the age of?
18. No. Like from 15 to now.
How long were these relationships, dating, situationships?
Every single one of them was 2 years.
And then how long was the last one that ended?
2 years.
And how long ago was that?
Like 3 months ago.
It's fairly new.
Yeah.
Are you more of a relationship type or a dating type?
I'm more of a relationship. What is dating and a relationship? What does that do? What's the difference?
Oh, for Gen Z, it's situationship.
Yeah.
Or relationship.
Situationship or relationship.
Or we're talking.
We're talking stage. I'm more of a relationship person because I grew up like that. So I grew up Christian. I grew up in that. I went to youth group. I did all this stuff. And that's why whenever I was 15, I was dating. And I actually wanted to get married at 18. It's crazy. You know, I dated a guy. I wanted to get married at 18, but thank God I didn't. And then I dated another person. I only dated like 3 people. And then my situationship was like 2 months.
So when do you want to be married by now?
You know, to be honest, I don't want to right now. Like, I don't know. I don't want to because I feel like I want to build something for myself first. Like, I really don't think about marriage right now at all. It's so crazy. I don't want to. I don't want kids. I don't want anything. I want to build a good foundation for myself for my future people. You know, like, I want to help my family first. I want to be successful first and then, like, you know, build a family.
What if that takes until, like, you're, like, 35?
That's fine. You know, if I don't have to have kids, that's fine, to be honest. Like, I always said, like, why are you having a child if you don't have money for it? You know, there's people that are having kids my age, or like there's younger people that had kids, and I'm like, you're broke. Why are you having kids? You're broke. You don't even own a house. You live in an apartment. That kid's going to be unstable, you know? And that's why I think about it. I'm like, I'd rather not right now, you know?
So for the past 3 months that you've been single, first of all, why did the relationship end?
I think we were just drifting off like different paths, you know, like he was 33, I was 22. So,
you broke up with him, or he broke up with you?
I broke up with him. You know, everybody, like, he was like obsessed with me. You know?
So what was the problem? I don't understand. You said he was 33, I was 22. What's the issue?
I think it was like he was just like we weren't in the same path anymore. You know, it was like he got too angry. Like, I was just like, I'm just not an aggressive person. I'm very like shy about things. Like, if you get my order wrong, I feel so bad for asking that my order was wrong. And he wasn't. He was very like out there. Like, if someone looks at him wrong in the street, he would be like, hey, what are you looking at? You know, stuff like that. Like, and I'm not that person.
Was he always like that throughout the 2 years?
You know, at the beginning he wasn't, but then it went downhill. I feel like.
So then you just figured out you're not compatible anymore.
Yeah, I just felt we're not compatible. Like, when we fight, it was so bad when we fought. Like, it was really bad, and I was like, that's not okay.
And then do you get hit on? Like, have you been getting hit on for the past like 3 months?
All the time. Even when I was in a relationship, I get hit on all the time.
So are you like not going on dates? Like, why? What would you say is the reason why you're rejecting these people who are hitting on you?
Because I don't think I want to date. I mean, I don't want to date right now. I really don't. I feel bad, but I mean, I'll meet people, but I just don't feel like it right now. You know, because sometimes I feel like guys just want to like get in my pants. I hate that. You know, I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to go on dates because you think that I'm gonna hook up with you.
But then do you not hook up with anybody? So the past 3 months you've been celibate, just like not having sex at all?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, before that, I had like a situationship, like for 2 months.
Before what?
Or like a month. like
between the relationship.
Between the relationship and now, yeah. Like between like.
So within this past 3 months.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that was the biggest mistake of my life.
Why is that?
Don't date crypto guys, okay? I'm telling you this now. There's like the worst people ever. Trust me, they don't have money. They're broke. Anyways, because he would like seem like he had money and stuff like that. Well, he was 23. He was like in the crypto industry, like investor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care if you know it's you. You know it's you. Anyways, he was in the crypto investor, whatever. He was kind of mutual friends of like the crypto guy that I worked with. I met him at his house, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give him a chance. I give him a chance. He was like pursuing me, right? I was like, okay. He took me to a day at the movies, whatever, after that. Basically, like, he said he had a Tesla, but his brother was borrowing it, and he was borrowing his mentor's Tesla. And I was like, if you need a car, why is your brother having it? Like, I'm confused.
And if you're that rich, why don't you just have like 3 cars?
Yeah, like if you're like like a crypto guy, whatever, like you're doing all this stuff, like why don't you just get another car? Like it doesn't even have to be a Tesla, you know? And he lives rent free at his mentor's house. And then he did never took me on a proper date. Ever. Dinner? Never. Dinner? I don't see it. Ever.
How many times did you guys hang out?
We hung out like 5 times. And they were the weirdest hangouts I've ever had in my life.
Why is that?
So one of them was like, we went to the Grove, right? We'll hung out, whatever. And this is why I know he's broke. It's so funny. These are all these instances. We went to the Grove and there's perfume next to the Nike store. I don't know. It's like in the corner, whatever. We went in there and he saw these perfumes like, oh, okay, cool. He doesn't end up, he's like, oh, I need perfume because I'm going to Paris, whatever, right? And he in the end, he just buys a sample.
But you mean just takes the sample?
I guess, yeah.
So you can't buy a sample.
I don't know. He went to the register. He bought like this little, I don't know.
Oh, like the smallest bottle they have.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
He's like, oh, what's the smallest? How much is that? And I was like, yo, I'm going to go out.
Wait, so this was the first date?
No, the first day we went to the movies.
Okay, was this like early on though?
Yeah.
Well, they only hung out 5 times.
Yeah, we only hung out 5 times.
I see. Okay.
I was like, dang.
So then so at what after the first date?
It was really sad. No, like the second.
The second date.
Yeah.
Where was the second date? Where did you take
at his house. It was nice. We had he had his tub filled and like he had brought me flowers and it was romantic, whatever. And then
what happened?
And then we like hooked up, obviously, you know. Obviously. And then the third time, I think we went to the Grove.
Wait, no, there's a back up.
Okay, what's up?
So, so he takes you to the movies the first time. And then he says, what does he do? He just like tells you bye, or like he tells you to come over and then you say no?
No. The thing is, like, he drove from X place 2 hours to come over here to just take me to the movies. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. But then he was pressuring me into opening up to him. And I'm like, why are you pressuring me up to opening up to you about my feelings? He literally just like, the first date, he told me, he's like, yeah, I got, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say it in the podcast. Like, oh, I got,
you could just say it.
Oh, okay. I got abused by my aunts. I was like, what?
Okay.
He said that to me. I was like, okay. Like, why are you telling me this? I was like, that's weird. But then okay.
No, Gen Z loves talking about trauma, therapy.
Yeah, but that
blah,
was
blah, blah.
Would you do it on the first date?
It's a tactic, but continue.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. And I kind of was like, I'm not going to tell you personal stuff like that.
Sure.
Just like, oh, I like Minecraft, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he just, and he did sleep at my house, though.
Wait, did you say I like Minecraft?
Wait, okay.
So he was like, my aunt molested me as a child. Yeah. You're like, I love Minecraft. Like,
no. I was trying to change the subject because I was like, that's deep.
I wish I would have been there for that.
I know.
That sounds hilarious.
Because we were charging his Tesla. That's why it was kind of awkward in the car. I was like, so I used to like Minecraft. I used to play Minecraft when I was in middle school.
So he's like, oh, I'm tired. And then he just comes back to your place.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you come back to my place because that was my mistake. I don't know, such an idiot.
You told him to come back to your place.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to fuck him.
No, I didn't.
You did not want to fuck him.
I was like, oh, whatever happens, you know.
So, okay, you wanted to fuck him. So then you invited back to your place.
Yes, okay. Definitely.
And then what happens?
You know what? I don't remember. We didn't hook up. We didn't fuck in the first time. No, he slept. We was like 2 different beds. It was weird. I didn't, but the second time we did. Like the second time
you can't just pass by this. Like you gotta. What happened?
What do you mean? Okay.
You went back to your place and then something happened.
No,
where
nothing
you guys
happened.
ended
Actually,
up in 2 different
It was
beds.
weird because I wanted him to come in the bed, but at the same time I didn't. So it was like kind of giving mixed signals. And he was like, "Are you giving me signals or not?"
Okay, there we go.
And I was like, whatever. And then he came into the bed, but then I didn't really. We didn't do anything because I'm not like that. I'm literally like, I'm not really sexual. It's so weird to me. I'm not sexual. I don't have to have sex with you, and it's kind of weird. I don't really want to like. It's a whole thing.
Okay, so then he leaves the next morning.
Yeah.
And then how long after that does he hit you up?
He keeps texting me. He's so weird. He texts me for like a couple days, and then he ghosts me for a couple days. Isn't that crazy?
What's more crazy is that you slept with him the second night.
I know.
That's
crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Because like
I'm
you keep
crazy.
calling the guy crazy, but then somehow this weird ass fucking crazy guy ends up in your pants. So I just don't know who the craziest is.
What's happening? I don't know. And then no, but he keeps texting me, like he keeps like wanting to see me, blah blah blah. Okay, and then it got to a point where it's like, what's going on? Like I was like, he keeps being weirder and weirder. He keeps being more weird and weird. Instead of taking me to a restaurant, he makes me food at his house.
Yeah, because he didn't have to take you to a restaurant.
But this is like the second date though. He did like the whole tub. That was nice. Whatever. It was okay.
Yeah, he got what he wanted. I'm so confused why you're confused.
But then he pulled the black card on me though.
What's the black card?
Okay.
Black card.
So basically, like so we got high right at that second night, whatever, and I got really paranoid. So I didn't know, but I got so high that I got so paranoid that I thought he was gonna kill me. I literally thought that. No, I'm serious.
Because he was black?
No.
What's the black card? What do you
Wait for it.
Okay.
The credit card.
The credit card.
Oh, I thought you
Anyways.
meant the black card, like the race card. Okay.
No. And so basically, like, I got really, really high, okay? I got so high that I got so paranoid that I was going to call the cops. I was going to call the cops. Because the thing is, like, it was so weird because I was like, why am I getting so high? And I had to FaceTime my best friend. She was with me the whole time. My cousin had to pick me up and take me back to his house. Like, it was crazy. And the next morning, he was okay. I felt bad. I felt sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. I didn't think that I wasn't going to call 911. Like, I was just freaked out. I was paranoid. I had so much anxiety. And he was okay with it, right? But then later on, he brought it up. He's like, I can't believe you were gonna call the cops on me, like, as a black man in America. Like, I could have taken my whole business away, my whole things that I've worked on my whole life. I'm like, what? Like, I wasn't. Like, my friend was on FaceTime. Like, we weren't gonna do that. You know, I was like, why are you pulling the black card on me?
Wait, but
I'm Mexican. Am I supposed to say something? Like, I'm gonna talk to you in Spanish. I'm gonna, like, you know, like, I'm Mexican. You're going to take advantage of me because I'm spicy. I don't know. You know, we're going to call the cops on me.
So I do, because I do get annoyed when people like pull out the race card for no reason.
Yeah.
But like, I can kind of understand if you're like, I was going to call 911 on you. Why I would be
But
like,
I
you're
don't
going to
think
call
they
the
would-
cops on me because you got high? Like, I would be kind of feeling the same way. Unless he was like doing something shady. Like, oh, he's like, you know, the movies, like grabs the knife and like he's cutting the steak and like.
No. Okay. That's why I freaked out. You know why I freaked out? Because I was so high. He didn't even try to, like, you know, like, you would comfort someone, right? Like, if you like them, you would comfort someone, like, hug them, whatever. No. Like, I'm on the ground. He's up. Like, he's standing up. He looks at me and he says, who do I look at? He says, it's normal. It's okay. It's a stage or something like that. Because he's so, okay, I forgot to tell you. He's so spiritual. His house is like LSD. I'm not joking. His kitchen is yellow. Okay, his kitchen
That's
is
a huge
yellow.
red flag. Yeah.
And there's a whole
I thought you said it wasn't his house.
Yeah,
It's his mentor's house.
The mentor's
Oh,
house.
sorry. His mentor's house. His whole lion with LED like lights and in colors and the living room is blue, and I was like, okay, this is a red flag. And so he's like, oh, it's okay, it's normal. This is supposed to happen. So along those lines of like someone that's gonna take advantage of you. You know? Like, that's how I freaked out. I wouldn't have freaked out if he didn't say that.
This is the second date, yes?
Yes.
And yet.
And yet. Well, because I trusted him, you know, like, because he's a mutual friend. Like,
Because he
people
opened
know
up to you
him.
on the first date.
Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely.
Congratulations, you
Thank
figured
you.
it out. Or
Thank
maybe
you so
I figured
much.
it out and I just told you what happened.
And I was freaking out. I was like, yo, like, don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. Like, wouldn't you freak out if someone's like, it's okay. It's part of the process.
I wouldn't freak out, but I'm a guy. It's different.
No, but you're high as fuck.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's never been high, so he wouldn't know.
No, I did off edibles.
Well, one time, right?
Yeah. That was the whole story.
It's like I get paranoid. I was like, after that, I'm not taking in edibles. Like, I'm not doing anything anymore. Like, it was such a traumatic event, and he gaslighted me though. He gaslights. He's manipulative. Like, it was so annoying because he's a child. He's 23 years old. What can you expect? You know, playing games, like not texting me 4 days.
How many times did you sleep with him?
Like 2 times.
Okay. So then that happened the third time, or was it the fourth time?
About what?
Which date? Fourth date? Did you sleep with him, or the third date? Okay, so the fourth date.
Yeah. And he keeps texting me though, like and I ghosted him. Sorry.
Okay.
I ghosted him. He keeps telling me like, who says this? He's like, hey, I'm in LA. Do you want to go for a walk or something? Because I know you don't drink. Who says that? Who says that?
What's your biggest red flag? Actually, you know what? Name 5 red flags for me.
Okay. Broke. I'm just kidding.
Obviously.
I think
you're like kidding, but not kidding.
I think passion. If you don't have if a guy doesn't have passion for something, or like a drive of like, hey, like this is what I want to do. Like I want to make a business, blah, blah, blah. Or a drive for something. If a guy's just like, I don't know what I want to do.
You want a guy who's motivated.
Yeah, motivated. Like, because obviously, like if you're in a relationship with a guy, that you have to be.
Sure. Okay.
You know, motivation. I need motivation.
Okay, so the guy who lacks motivation is the red flag.
Anger issues.
Anger issues.
That's top 1. Okay, anger issues. If a guy has anger issues, get out. Like, get out of here. I've experienced it. It was like the worst experience in my life. If he has anger issues and insecure. Insecure. If the guy's insecure. No, that opens a lot of doors. Like really bad doors of like being insecure. Because then he gets jealous. He gets mad.
What is insecure? It's like somebody who's jealous and. Yeah. Okay.
Really? No.
So that's insecurity to you.
Yeah, insecurity. It's like, I mean, I feel like it opens a lot of doors. Do you think? You know, like jealousy and paranoia of like, are you talking to other guys? Who are you talking to? You know, like it opens a lot of doors.
So you want somebody who's not on your ass.
Yeah, I mean, you could be on my ass, but not like, who are you talking to? You know, who is that? Blah, 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 blah. Or like gets mad, you know, mad at you that, you know.
You said you could be on my ass. How would the guy be on your ass that's acceptable?
I mean, obviously, like, if you see that a guy's actually like flirting with me and then like I keep flirting him with him back, be like, hey, like, what's up? So
you want him to be protective.
Of course, yeah, protective, but not like insecure and jealous and stuff like that.
Got it.
You know?
Okay.
I think, and then.
So you got 2 more. I mean, you don't have to if it's over.
I'm like thinking about it. Oh, if he's not nice to people, like if he talks shit about other people, like that's a red flag. Like if he doesn't like. He talks shit about people that didn't even do anything to him. That's a red flag.
Okay. And then what's your type? What would you say would be the common denominator between the guys that you've been dating? You know what's crazy? There's no denominator. Isn't that crazy? Because I dated like a Christian guy, like super Christian guy, that he was half Japanese, half Jewish. And then I dated this redneck guy who was German and Italian or something like that. Crazy story. He lives like, he's a farmer. Weird. Yeah. And then I dated a Mexican. He's a farmer in LA? No, he's a farmer in San Diego. So Mexicali, you know Mexicali? He's like probably like 3 hours away from San Diego, like that way. So not San Diego. No. Okay. He lives in the middle of nowhere. Got it. It's weird. And then the other one. On a farm. On a farm. Where he farms. He's building a farm with his family for the past 10 years, and they haven't finished it. I was like, you're weird. And they don't do anything with their lives. Amber, you are a cartoon. But what I'm wondering is, when you date these guys, do you feel that you're doing something wrong, or do you feel like they're the ones who are doing everything wrong? I think it's both. I feel like I sometimes do some things wrong, and then I've learned from it. Like not my last relationship, but the one that before that, it was such an amazing relationship. Like I had an amazing boyfriend. Like he was amazing. Like there was no red flags. Like he was so nice. Why did it end? I just wasn't attracted to him anymore. It was sad. Like I didn't want to. Interesting. Zach has some interesting theories about those. Yeah, like I wonder why. Like I just stopped being attracted to him. Like I didn't want to. You know why? It's because I don't want to say it, but like he was gaining weight. You know, like it was just like you need to take care of your body.
You know, like take care of your body. Like I want you to do that. And he tried to go to the gym. But maybe it's that, like I have a certain type, you know, like you need to be like in shape. I want you to be in shape. I mean, that's my opinion. There's other girls that love dad bods. I've seen that. And that's okay, you know?
Well, there's a difference even for guys where like, there's a difference between girls that are in shape because they work out and girls who are in shape because they just don't eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some girls like, in clothes, they look like great, right?
Yeah.
But they take their clothes off. It's like they have no shape. They look like SpongeBob washing dishes. You know what I mean? And like some girls, they take their clothes off and they have like this amazing body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's even more of a thing. Here's the crazy thing to me.
Okay.
If you're a guy, you say, what are you laughing at over there? Okay.
SpongeBob washing dishes.
I want to see that. What does that look like?
I don't know. If you're a guy and you say a girl has like beautiful eyes, right? They're like, oh, you're so romantic. You see her for her eyes. If you say like this girl has an amazing body, it's like you're sleazy, you're a douchebag, blah, blah, blah. But ironically, eyes is just genetic. You can't control it. It says nothing about your personality. It's just like you just got lucky in the gene pool. Your Punnett square lined up. You got amazing eyes, right? Whereas like body actually says something about your personality. Hey, you have at least some kind of discipline to like either work out or like watch your diet or something like that. So shouldn't say like, oh, that girl has like amazing body. That should be like romantic. And saying a girl has nice eyes should be like sleazy. But like girls flipping it around.
I agree with you. I agree. Hey, no, but there's surgery. I'm just saying.
Right, that's true.
Don't trust a girl with a BBL.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. Well, because you said like, you know, eyes are just like lazy. Like they don't really do anything. Girls could just get a BBL and just be like, you know, like, I mean.
So I used to feel sorry for two people, short guys and ugly girls, right? Because short guys, it's like, that's fucking
damn. You can't change that.
I've seen some tall, ugly dudes.
You know what
6'5", they get one tattoo, girls want to fuck them for no reason.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're short, you could be fucking great looking. It's fucking, you better be really fucking funny. You better be really funny and rich. You gotta have like 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I saw?
What?
I saw, this guy that's obviously, he's really rich. But he was wearing, oh my God. Like, you know how men can buy those things that you put on your shoe to make you taller?
Yeah.
He's wearing like 4 of them. But he was so tiny.
Wait, how tall is he with everything?
It's like 5'2".
Oh shit!
Like I was taller than him.
He really needed it.
Oh, he really needed it.
I don't even blame him for that, dude.
Yeah, for real.
You have to do
like,
that.
I hope they have surgery
you
for that.
might want to get some stilts at that point. Just fucking walking around. Like,
for real, I feel so bad. Because there's things that you can't control. Like men, like I wish there was surgery for you to like be taller.
Yeah.
Well, there is. You just won't be able to play any sports anymore. Or do anything active.
Yeah.
I've never seen an LA boy do any sports, so they're good.
No,
one of my sports all the time.
One of my friends.
Pickleball doesn't count.
The what?
Pickleball?
I don't fucking play
Oh,
pickleball.
that's the rage. You know what's funny? My dad's a gym teacher.
Yeah.
He was playing that shit years ago. It was the nerdiest shit. Everybody made fun of him.
Yeah.
Now it's like cool.
And I was like, cool. I was like,
influencers are
what is
playing it.
pickleball? It's like tennis or what?
It's like fake tennis.
It's like ping pong and tennis.
But it requires like a lot less athleticism. So like anybody can play it. Yeah. Even like peasants. Yeah.
Whatever.
It's for dad bud people.
I don't care. Okay. I'm not interested in that. So.
It seems like you're not interested in a lot of things. One of them being broke guys. So what is?
You know what? I can't say that because I was dating a broke guy. So.
Who was that?
My recent one that I broke up with.
Well, no, that's not true. You thought he was rich. The reason why you're not dating him.
No. I wasn't. Okay, so that guy, I wasn't really dating him. It was like it was a situation.
Okay. Besides the point, you were with him because you thought he was rich.
Yeah.
And then you figured out he wasn't, and then now you're not anymore.
Well, I liked him at the beginning. I was like, he's really nice. Like he he's really tall. He was like over 6 feet.
What proves Zach's point.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was agreeing with me. She said tall guys are good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Which is,
you know what it is? Because like I feel so protected. I feel like I don't have to fight because I feel like if I was with a small guy.
When was the last time you fought?
I don't know. No, I've never fought in my life actually.
So then what?
No, but I just like, LA's crazy. I'm just saying. But, I feel as in like going back in time, I feel like, you guys are protectors. You're supposed to be protectors. So I feel like the taller guys, the more protected the woman feels. you know, or just anybody I feel more protected when a tall guy is there, you know, like, you know, you feel more protected. I mean, I feel more protected than a guy that's like the same height as me. I'm like, we're gonna fight together or what?
You're like, go on my shoulders.
I know, let's go.
The trench coat. Like.
You know, let's go. You know, it's I don't know. I just, all these girls just like, I feel like that's how they feel.
Uh-huh.
Okay, damn, he offended. I did.
No, I'm not offended.
He's like, okay.
No, I knew a girl. She was like, she would always date these like basketball players, like 6'5".
Yeah.
She was tall. She was a fashion model, so she was like 5'11". And she kept getting hurt by these guys. So finally she's like, Zach, I'm sick of these fuck boys. I don't care about looks, money, status, none of that. I just want good connection, personality, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So she starts dating this guy that's like 5'7", like 3 inches shorter than her. So with heels, she's like fucking Shrek towering over this guy, right? But I meet him, super cool guy, successful, charismatic, money, everything, right? And it's like a couple weeks later, and like she's coming to a party. I'm like, oh, like, is John gonna be there? And she's like, yeah, about that. I was like, what happened? She was like, Zach, I was at my house. I had a couple glasses of wine.
Oh, no.
He comes over. She said, I opened the door. I give him a hug. I picked him up and I spun him around. And she's like, in that moment, I lost all respect for him as a human being.
Yeah. And
And
you
I was
know
like,
what?
that's your fault.
No.
You did that. What do you mean?
I feel like men feel the same way. I feel like men feel like a taller, you wouldn't date a taller girl, would you? Taller than you?
I would, but I wouldn't prefer it.
I dated a girl who was a half an inch shorter than me. She was taller than me with heels on.
How did that feel?
Great. Fantastic.
Okay.
I didn't give a
Because
fuck.
I don't know why.
I don't
I've
like
heard
kissing up.
stories.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of men being like, you know, she's so tall. I didn't like that. Like, oh my God. Like, I felt like I was.
Yeah, they're because they're insecure.
Yeah.
No, but also, like, I get that. Like, it just feels weird kissing up. It feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, hey, babe, like, that feels weird. You know what I mean? It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, but you'll get over it. It's in your head.
No, I know. Like, it wouldn't be a deal breaker if a girl's taller than
Yeah.
me, but it wouldn't be my preference.
You mean
prefer a
without
girl
heels
taller
on?
than-
Or are we talking about without heels on or with heels
I mean,
on?
I would prefer a girl that even with heels, she's like a little bit short. You know, maybe with heels, she's like 2 inches shorter. So maybe
Yeah.
like 5'8", 5'9", or something.
Yeah, no, I don't really give a fuck.
Okay. Hey, you know what? That's your opinion. Like, deadass. Like, some people.
Mo loves when girls tower over him like Shrek. Yeah.
No, it's just I've dated shorter girls. I've dated, girls who were. I've never dated a girl who was taller. Well, actually, I dated a girl who was the same height as me, but I dated a girl who was like half an inch shorter than me. But I've dated girls who were taller than me with heels on. And it's just like I don't really. I mean, I'm not short. I'm 5'11", so it's like I don't.
Yeah.
It's not like that short, but some girls are tall.
It's about preference. It's really just about opinion. Like, if you.
I
like
just
it or
don't
not.
mind either way.
Yeah. People don't mind. Some people don't mind. Some people do mind. You know, some girls mind. Some
Yeah,
girls
just
don't
like
mind.
you, where you mind, if a guy is broke.
You know what? I
and
don't
you
mind.
want a guy who's rich.
Back to that question. Look at this, okay? I would rather have a guy that has money than not money because I don't know if he's gonna live off of me. I feel like I want a man that can provide. I feel that way. You know, I feel like he could actually provide for us as well, like a protector.
What's the minimum a year they have to make?
Probably like 100K, like
100K.
200K.
And then how old does
I mean,
he
I'm
have
high maintenance, so
You don't say.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Huh.
Yeah.
What's the
Probably like 200K, like 250.
now it's
She's
250K.
I'm raising
She's like, this is
I'm
on a
raising it up.
podcast, guys out there.
This is
Don't
why-
slide in unless you're making 250K
Is this like
plus.
for life? Because like for me, my end goal is to get married, right? To get married and have an actual like family and build.
Oh, this
out
is
of
like
that.
250 right now, but then it has to be more
okay.
later. Is that what you're
No.
saying?
No, she's saying if she got married to
Yeah.
him, she
So
wanted
this
to
is
make
like a
it.
scenario
Okay.
of like when
Got
I get
it.
married.
If
Got
she's
it,
just
got it.
fucking around. doesn't
If I'm
matter.
fucking around, like it could be 100K.
100.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sure.
You know,
And then there's a height limit, obviously.
a limit of how much they make.
The
No,
height.
tall.
Oh, height. No, because my last ex was my same height, and we were fine.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
was fine with it.
So what is that? 5'4", 5'2", 5'3"?
5'8".
Oh, you're 5'8"?
I'm
What-
5'7".
You're 5'7"? Oh, interesting. Okay, so 5'7", so that's your limit.
Yeah.
And then $100,000, and then what's age? What's the lowest age? Well, I guess what's the spectrum?
Probably like the lowest would be like my age. Like
22.
20. No,
Minimum.
no, because like I feel like men are so like when a man's 22, he's not. He's 18. Mentally, he's 18. So I would feel like 25.
So 25 and up. What's the oldest?
Yeah. 32.
32. Okay.
That's it.
So 33 was too old for you. Now you're thinking nothing
Yeah.
older than 30.
Because it's very
32.
different. Like, different. I feel like past as like, you know, like I'm barely experiencing the things that they already did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they already experienced the going to frat parties and, you know, going to parties and clubs, stuff like that. They already want to settle and stuff like that. I mean, there's different girls, but like, I feel like everybody should have a stage in their 20s that should experience that and be like, you know, because you're young. And
so the guy has all these criteria. What do you bring into the table exactly?
I make a baby. Like we birth kids, guys. Come on. You know how much we have to suffer? There's a girl on TikTok that makes a whole list of things why you shouldn't get pregnant. You know, we carry a freaking kid for 9 months. What did you guys do at the delivery room? Like, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna go to get a drink. This is not comfy bed.
We hold your
Bro,
hand.
get the
while you
fuck out of
squeeze the shit out
here.
of it. Yeah.
Fuck out of here. But if you're talking to me, I'm Mexican. I love to cook. I love cooking food. Like it brings me really joy to like make a food for somebody and like them liking it so much. It brings me joy.
So you'll be a housewife. You'll cook and clean.
Yeah, I'm very nourishable. Like I'm very nourished. Like I will nourish you.
You'll take care of a guy.
Yeah, I'm Mexican. You know, I'm spicy and spice. I have some spice.
It's good to know. We'll see if these guys, you know, find you.
What guys? Oh my God, he's bringing guys. Open the door, guys.
Come on in.
They've been listening since the beginning. Crazy.
All right. Last question. You've been pretty interesting.
If someone tells you, what do you bring to the table? I make a house a home. Bitch.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Yeah. I make a house a home. I do. You know, I bring everything. If you want me to decorate, I will. If you want me to cook, I will. I'll make it a homey. You know.
It just seems like you said it in the very beginning, which is like you're not looking to settle down right now,
No.
and you're just in that.
I would love
stage,
that one day.
so
I want to do that one day, but
Yeah.
I have so much stuff to experience right now. Like
It's
I want
not
to
today.
travel. I want to I want to do that first, and then not regret it later.
Would you ever be open to an open relationship?
No.
Why not?
Well, because I'm a girl, I'm jealous. Girls get jealous. Like, what if you leave me for that one? And I'm like, damn. You know, like I. Don't
Well, I
want
mean, that's
that.
the whole purpose of an open relationship is you don't get left.
No, I don't even like threesomes. Don't do that to me.
You don't like it because you've never done it, or because you have done it and you didn't like it.
No, I've never done it, and I don't want to do it. It's just like something like, and I feel like for me, it's like it's intimate. It's supposed to be just two people.
You seem a little possessive, no?
I'm controlling. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For I feel like in a good way. Like I know I should. Some things I shouldn't control so much, but I'm very like controlling in a way where it's like, you know, my way or the highway. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. But you know,
But it is
because I have great taste. You know, I have great taste. I have great
In
taste
what?
in like fashion and like taste as in houses, taste as in like places to live, places to go in restaurants. I'm a local guide on Google Maps.
Uh-huh.
I reviewed a lot of places. I'm so good. I'm not joking. Like my ex was like, dude, like how do you find all these good places? Because I look at the reviews.
So
And-
like we want to go to dinner tonight. Where would we go?
I have a bunch. I actually have it like.
Oh, you have a
pinned on
list. So you don't just not off top of your head.
I would say it depends on what you want to eat.
Just whatever. Like,
Elefante
really good
at
food.
like Santa Monica. It's beautiful.
typical.
I've never been, and it looks so cute.
It is cute. It's a good place.
Yeah.
They have good food.
I don't
have
leave
good
West
food.
Hollywood. I stay in the
I
same
don't leave
I'm
West
like-
Hollywood. I stay here.
like
Or
people
like-
like traffic so bad in LA. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, just don't go to the shitty parts of LA. Just stay in West Hollywood.
Right.
You know what?
where all the good shit is.
That's a good idea. I'm actually going on Santa Monica. I might go there.
I think some have such great like restaurants, but like don't go to like tourist areas. I hate tourist areas. Like, I mean, I don't think I would never go to Catch LA. That's one of them.
I like
would never
Catch.
go. I've never been. I don't want to go.
Really?
I feel like it's too expensive. I'm more of a
You
like.
wouldn't be paying for it. The
I
guy
think
would
the
be
only
paying.
reason
know,
why
but
you
still.
haven't gone there is because nobody's
the thing is,
taking you.
I've been to fancy places. I've been to so many fancy places, but to be honest, like the most simple stuff is the best. Like for me, like I've been to so many fancy places. Like okay, it tastes.
Elefante is not simple.
Yeah, Alphonse is
It's
pretty
not?
fancy.
Oh really?
Okay,
Oh.
so if a guy like picked you up on a first date
Okay.
and he's like beep beep, he's in his Toyota Corolla.
Okay.
Hey babe, we're going to Applebee's. I got a coupon for the half price.
No,
Like, are
if
you
it's
going?
a first date, no.
So you do care about fancy.
No, I want them, you know, I want to see if they impress me. I want to see if they actually know what's up. You know, I want to be like, okay, let me impress this girl that I could actually take you to fancy restaurants and then simple restaurants. I want both. You know, I want them to know have good taste on like restaurants. You know, like I want to be like, okay, you know, like he could actually take me fancy dress, you know, if I wanted to. Sometimes you want to dress up. Don't you want to dress up sometimes? Sometimes you want to go on sweats.
Fancy places.
Yeah, like
I like fancy
I'm
places.
like, I want to do,
myself.
I love sweats. Like I would be on sweats every day. Like I love that shit. Like every color. I would love, you know, like I love going to Hi-Ho. Ooh, Hi-Ho. Love that. Oh my God, the best burger ever. And it's just like, it's just Hi-Ho. You need to go. Everybody needs to go.
Have you heard of this?
I've never
It's
heard.
Wagyu beef. Like they make a burger out of Wagyu beef. It's kind of expensive.
You're like,
but
I
it's
don't
worth
like fancy. They have Wagyu beef. You like fancy? What do you mean?
No, I like Five Guys. Oh,
Five Guys.
it's a fire. Those fries, fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys,
and I like to go to fancy place to dress up. Sometimes, like, okay, cool. You know, like it's cool to like have fancy place sometimes, and sometimes it's like I want to go on sweats and not be bothered. Chick-fil-A, love that shit. Yeah. You know, like what else do I love? I love like, I love like food. Like food is like I mean, I feel like I love food. Like I love just trying new things. Like even if it's like run down or whatever in the middle of nowhere.
You know who loves food?
Who?
Zach.
Ooh.
You know what the best food is? I swear to God.
What?
It's like the taco truck in the middle of like the ghetto that a dad and his son that, like don't speak English. Like that's how you know this is fire.
That's fire. Like the tacos are just like on the streets that you see in the 7-Eleven, fire.
Yeah.
Like that stuff, I love that stuff.
And it's like $1.25.
I love it. I love I'm Mexican. I love my culture. Like I love Mexican food. I brought Mexican candy for you guys if you want to try it.
That's great. That would be yes, we will. All right, last question. I feel like we could talk forever, so we'll definitely have to bring you back one at a time. Is the green bubble a red flag?
What's a green bubble?
You get a text from a guy that you met, the bubble's green.
You know, Samsungs have great color cameras.
Yes.
Yes. I've learned. Okay.
Yes.
They don't have great cameras.
You're getting destroyed.
Their videos look like World War II footage. Yeah. Like, is this a party or am I in a war? Like, what the fuck? This is Vietnam.
I kind of, it's a hit and miss because it's like, sometimes I can't send you stuff. You know, like sometimes it's like iPhone stuff and I'm like, I can't send you this stuff.
It's just question marks for the emojis all over the
place.
What the fuck is this?
And you know how like in iPhones you can double tap in like the question, you can actually question the whole text?
Yeah.
You can't do that with Samsung.
Yes, you can. I do it all the time.
And people receive it with iPhone? Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's actually interesting because a lot of people who have iPhone don't know this.
I didn't
know
it's
that. Like, and then they all of a sudden get it and they're like, oh shit.
Oh, what the
And I'm like, yep.
But if you have I like the little flip one. That's really cute.
That's Samsung Z, yeah.
The Z.
I would just be depressed.
No, you know what? I had a Samsung and it made me so depressed.
Because of the emojis. Because they have the emojis with really Down syndrome. You know, the one like droopy ones?
Yeah.
You have to download the...
When I was younger, I had like the Samsung S3 or something, even the one with the pen, and I got so depressed. Like it was too much for me.
Was this like 15 years ago? We're in 2023.
No, but it was so like I like the simple stuff on my phone. You know, like a simple.
Yeah, stuff. That's what most iPhone users are. Very simple people.
And you know, I like my simple stuff. I'm high maintenance, but I like my simple stuff.
100%.
And it's like all these apps. I'm like, damn. Like
you get overwhelmed easily.
I get overwhelmed.
Yeah. No, for sure, I know.
Someone told me, you know, because you know the Android, the emojis are like the melting ones. Like melting.
Yeah.
Someone told me that's because they have ugly emojis because it's for ugly people.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying it's true. That's what I heard. What? That's just what I heard.
Obviously, you look at me. That's not true. If it were true, then
yeah.
You have a great personality, Mo.
He can't flirt with you because he doesn't like you like that. That's fine.
Well, it gives me pleasure to say that we're 13-6.
13? I swear we're like 11.
So
yeah, we were 12. No, 12 the last episode. You weren't here.
Oh, okay.
And now we're 13.
They said yes or no.
It wasn't a red flag. So
13.
She actually thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a red flag.
She thought Android users are smart. Why what?
Why do you have a Samsung? Like, why do you guys have Samsungs?
That's what a red flag is when you ask why. Why do you have blah, blah, blah?
No, I'm just curious. I just want to know. Like, I mean, you do.
It has a lot better features, customization.
Because you can get it for free from the government. That's why.
I can't multitask on an iPhone. I can multitask on my Android.
That's true. There's a lot
it
of things
has so many features that the iPhone doesn't that I would destroy an iPhone.
I destroyed my
with
Samsung
my phone
because I tried
by
that.
just like clicking a button. It's like crazy.
That's true.
It's uncomparable.
As long as it doesn't start on fire. Did you know the old Samsungs? Yeah. You take them on a plane, they start on fire.
It was one model's batteries.
As long as they don't start on fire, they have really good features.
You know,
Zach will never forget it.
I would say like the Samsungs are way ahead of us on the iPhones, to be honest.
Oh,
the iPhone
absolutely.
is like, hey, let me paste this, and that's it. That's all you get. You get nothing new. You get what? 15 titanium. You get what? Titanium. What is titanium? Why would I want a titanium phone?
I want
The screen is not
phone.
titanium. It's still gonna break. Like I was like, damn. Like I'm not falling for that.
You're not falling, so you're gonna get the Android.
No. I like my iPhone because I have everything. I have a MacBook, I have an iPad, and everything's connected. I like that everything's connected. Yeah. You know, just in case I lose something, I could text from my iPad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can find my phone from my iPad. You know? Yeah.
And then when you're buying it, you don't have to like go to the store like with the Android like peasants, civilians, and walk through like the homeless people to go get your Android from the government. You can just go into the iPhone store. They give you some champagne. It's a nice experience.
You have not once in your life gotten champagne at an Apple store.
It's aesthetic. Dude, I saw people making line. I was like, what are you making line for? Buying the titanium phone? You are getting scammed.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. If you get on the first day, you're waiting in line for that shit.
You're a scam.
I mean, that's what it is. iPhone users are all being scammed all the time.
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
Okay. I own a BMW i8, right?
Okay.
The reason I got the i8 out of any other BMW model is the only one where the doors open up like a spaceship instead of sideways like a poor person, right? Now, do I care?
Damn.
Do I care that the doors open up? Am I a toddler? Oh my God, it's the Batmobile. Look, the doors are open. I don't give a fuck that the doors open up. The only reason I care the doors open up is when girls see a car where the doors open up, they think, damn, this guy's successful.
Yeah.
And it helps me 5% in the fucking dating pool.
That's
That's the only reason I buy Louis Vuitton shit. That's the only reason
why would you want a girl that thinks about that stuff though?
But every girl, you just said you want a guy who makes $250K a year. What do you mean?
You have to show me though.
Yeah, but that's part of
it.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Okay.
Hey, but if you have a shitty personality, you have a lot of money, I don't want you.
No, but I'm not saying the money. I'm saying the money's like the BMW like helps me 5%.
Yeah, he said
not
5%.
Gonna like, oh, it's a BMW.
That's true,
oh my God,
if you have a
like,
Toyota, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And it's not like it's a thing like, okay, if you had like a Lambo, but then you go to his house and it's like the shitty apartment.
That's what I'm saying. He's has a Lambo. He's on Section 8. Like, bro.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's like, where was this? Are you borrowing your friends? It like doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you don't make sense. Like, okay, if a guy has a Lamborghini Urus or a Lamborghini, it's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Wait, if he has a Lambo?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted a rich guy. What do you mean?
Why would you spend your money on $300K? That's stupid.
So you're lying. You would rather date a guy with a Honda Corolla?
Smart, okay? That's all I want because like even the thing is like, you know how people are like, okay, he can be a millionaire, but then he can sink down, right? He could like lose all his money like, at any time. Life is so unexpected. It would be nice to have a man that's financially smart to be like, I know how to get up. Don't worry about it. I know how to get up again.
Okay, let me ask you this. You go on a first date with a guy, right?
Yeah.
First date. Where are we going, babe? You hop in the car, right? And he's driving a Honda Corolla or whatever, riding down the street. He's like, babe, we're going to McDonald's. You're like, what?
I'm leaving.
Honda Corolla.
No, but then you say, why are we going to McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
I'm very fiscally responsible. Instead of spending my money in a nice restaurant, I'm going to invest it. You said, that's what you're saying about the Lambo, though.
You know what? I'm an investment. So that's why you're supposed to take me in a nice restaurant. Yeah, being in a relationship is an investment because you take all these years of your life and you're investing in a person, right? So you gotta,
so wouldn't the Lambo...
There's a difference between stingy...
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that.
And financially smart.
But that's what I'm saying. A Lambo is like why I have a nice car is it's investment in like my dating life.
Amber, I have a Toyota Corolla.
Okay? I love that.
And I will not take you to
you have a Tesla.
Can I finish?
It's a hypothetical question.
Okay,
no, it's not a hypothetical. I do have a Toyota Corolla as well. Okay. But I've always done this trick.
Yeah.
So I used to have a Mercedes convertible.
Yeah.
Okay. And I took a girl on a date once in the car, and she was like, "Oh, it's such a nice car, blah blah blah." And I was like in my early 20s, and I was like, "Huh." That was like the first time I ever was exposed to realizing that women care about like cars, just like in person. Like I had heard from other people before, but like nobody ever like had done it to me. And so I was like, "Huh, interesting." Like she cared about this.
Yeah.
And so I also had this other car, which was it was the second car that I ever bought. And I had like gone on my own credit, like nobody co-signed for me. It was like my very first car. And it was a model car. So it was in the showroom, and it didn't have a stereo. Like the car literally did not have stereo. Okay. And so when I went to buy a car, the guy who was selling me the car was like, hey, like I can't approve you for this amount for like a better car. This is the lowest I could go, and I could give you this car that literally doesn't come with a stereo. And so the car, I had an auxiliary cable, and I had this speaker at home. And so I brought it inside the car so I could listen to music, and I would connect it to my phone, and that's literally how I listen to music. And this is I'm like 20 at this point. Yeah. Okay. I'm working. I'm trying to make my money. All this stuff. I still have the car. I get my Mercedes. I keep both. And one time, I was about to go pick up a girl and take her on a date, and I was like, let me see if like this girl cares about like me having money. When you had 22.
Okay.
And I was like, let's see if like she cares. Yeah. And I go pick her up in the Nissan Altima that I had that doesn't have a stereo, that has a speaker on the front seat where she sits there, and I'm like connecting it to my phone. She sits in the car. We have dinner. We go out afterwards, and I drop her off. She doesn't kiss me, nothing. And she goes, hey, it was, nice hanging out with you, whatever, bye. And so I'm like thinking to myself, okay, well, there are two scenarios. Maybe she wasn't interested. Maybe I just wasn't that charismatic, or, whatever the fuck. And the other scenario was she came in the car and she wanted, money. And then that's just, that wasn't me. So the next time I just invited her out. Now at this point, we're just friends, we're not dating anymore. So we're friends. And she was like, hey, can I catch a ride with you to the club? Because we were like, I invited her out to come out to the club. And it's like a group thing. She's just coming out. I go pick her up, and I'm sorry, she comes out to the club. She said to me, hey, can you drop me off on your way? And I was like, yeah, no worries. Like it was a little bit out of my way, but it wasn't a big deal. And so we sit in the car, and she goes, is this a new car? And I was like, no. I picked you up with my other car the other day because this car was in the shop. And she was like, oh, it's nice. And I was like, yeah, whatever. We said, I'm about to drop her off, and she, as I'm like sitting in the car, I'm like, hey, yeah, like I'll see you later. She like leans in to like try to kiss me, and I wasn't expecting it, so I like wasn't really like. So it kind of just ended up being, my cheek, because I was just like avoiding it, but not intentionally, And then she kind of goes with it. She gets out of the car, and she goes, we should hang out again. And I was like, yeah, cool, no worries. I just went home. And all I was thinking to myself was, this is fucking crazy. That me just having a different car changed this girl's perception on whether she wanted to date me or not. Right? Yeah. I don't want to attract girls like that. I don't care for it. That's not a type of person I want to be with. I feel like I'm smart with my money. Food is food is food. There's a different level of good food, but the reality of it is some of these restaurants that are extremely expensive don't have that much of a better food. I've been to Catch. Yeah. Their food is not that fucking amazing in comparison to a place that we go often, which is like, it's called Belmont, that I like the food a lot more, or like WeHo Bistro, that I like the food a lot more, and the price is half.
Yeah. I've been to the Bird Street Club, and the sushi, the guy was like, oh, the chef does this, it tastes like sushi. It tastes like I can go to the store and buy it.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that I would not take you to a super expensive restaurant on the first date, second date, third date. I will take you when we're in a relationship where I actually know that you deserve it, because you've given enough back to me to say to me that I'm with you because of you and not because of your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But this is why you're wrong about that. Let's say we flip the script on this, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you go with a girl on a first date, right? And she comes in, no makeup, her hair is like frizzy, look like she just woke up, baggy sweatpants. It looks like a homeless person. You left them in the bathtub too long, and like now she looks like this, right?
Sure.
Your instant reaction, like your gut level reaction, is going to be like unattracted, because it's like, you look like shit. Okay, maybe you see her at the club the next week. holy shit, actually this girl is hot when she actually like puts in the work, puts herself together, blah, 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 blah. So like, of course, like you're going to put your best foot forward first. It's not about the girl is using you or likes you for this or like, yeah, girls like a guy because he's rich and also because he's charismatic and because he has a good connection with them and blah, 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 and he's tall, whatever. That's part of the total equation of why girls like you.
But the equivalent comparison to that would be if I took a girl to McDonald's.
Okay, but you can be in the middle. You don't have to take her to McDonald's. You could be like a
But
nice
that's what I'm
place,
saying.
but it doesn't have to be like super fancy.
But he's saying his example is like, you know, girl walks up looking like she just fucking woke up, right? That would be if I took her to McDonald's. But what I'm saying is just show up normal. Show up as if you're going on a date, that you're like hanging out. Like you don't have to have shit ton of makeup on. I want you to look normal. And I'm going to take you on a date that's acceptable, that's nice, that's fun. And that's it.
Yeah, but acceptable is just a word that you're making up based on your own bar that you're setting at a random.
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, it depends on the guy. Every guy's fucking different.
Yeah,
you know, every girl's different.
Yeah.
You know, there's basic girls. There's high maintenance girls. There's like those girls that are bros.
Yeah. The bro girls, yeah.
Everybody's different. Like I say, you do you, man. Like if you want to do that, do that.
Yeah, but I prefer to lose the leeches. And maybe in the middle of that, I'll lose one or two that are just kind of like, oh, like he didn't take me to an expensive place and maybe he doesn't have money. That's fine with me.
But why if you want a man to be a provider? Like, I mean, it depends on the girl, but like for me, like I want to provide.
Because I've got a lot of substance. And when I have a conversation with you, if our connection matches, and if you cannot read the room, then you're kind of then you're not smart enough for me anyway. If you can't see what I can provide by having a conversation with me, by the things that you could ask.
That doesn't make sense because guys bullshit all the time. Oh yeah, my crypto company's about to blow up, blah blah blah.
Yep.
So like if you're a girl and some guy's like driving like a shitty car, not that I'm saying you're totally
that's why I'm making my own money. I don't care.
Yeah, like you want
I'm tired of these.
Like, okay, just because someone has a nice car doesn't mean they're rich, but if they have a nice car and a nice house, oh shit, they have a nice watch. Okay, probably this guy's rich versus him just saying he in a Toyota Corolla and being like, no, like, trust me, I have a lot of, like, I'm very successful, blah, blah, blah. Like, why would you trust that as a girl over some kind
I don't
of proof?
trust anybody.
You shouldn't trust anybody. Not on the first date, not on the second date, not on the third date. You shouldn't. I'm not saying you should trust someone. I'm just saying through conversation, but people also know though, like, yes, you could fool people, but there is also a level of how much you're gonna bullshit. Yeah, and then after like a couple months, you're gonna figure out, like, it's difficult to play that game for a long period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like, how long
are
you gonna play that?
Good to be friends with them first. I'm not friends with, like, go on dates a lot first. I feel like you should know them first and then be like, okay, bye, or yes, I want to be with him. You know.
I just think it's weird that people put money in this like separate category as if it's like bad. Like, I love money. Girls all the time say, I want a guy who's confident. Have you heard that? I want a guy confident. Almost every girl. That's like one of the,
but there's confident that he doesn't have money. Is that the thing?
No, but I'm saying confidence is just as superficial as money. Like, you can be confident and be a piece of shit asshole. You can, he makes me laugh. You can make her laugh, be a piece of shit asshole. Unless your reason for dating somebody is he has great morals, character, and value, which nobody ever says. Unless that's your reason, it's a superficial reason. Yeah. Whether it's money or whether it's confidence, connection, blah, blah, blah. It's all superficial.
Personality changes, character doesn't.
But the usability aspect of it is different. If you're with a guy who's confident, you're not using him for anything. Whereas if you're with a guy who has a lot of money and you're using him, you have the ability to use him as a result of his success when it comes to the monetary aspect of the things. So if a girl goes, hey, like, you're super rich, now buy me a Louis Vuitton. You're like, oh, well, I can. Here you go.
That's bad.
Huh? If you're with the guy for his, if you're with the guy
I don't
for
care
the money,
about Louis Vuitton. What?
What'd you say? Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, if you're with the guy for the money, yes. But if a guy who has confidence, like, what are you gonna use him for?
For real. I mean, I think it's like depends on the agendas. People. Some people, hey, if you're using a man for money, just be straight up. I mean, people are straight up, like sugar daddies and stuff like that. Like, hey, that's okay. You know, that's fine. You know, you're trying to survive, whatever. But you should be straight up with the guy. Like, I want an allowance, but I'm gonna, you know, obviously, like, I'm gonna have sex with you, but give me the allowance. You know what I'm saying? But it's a mutual thing. You should be straight up. I feel like people should just be straight up. I don't know why men. I have a question. So why are men not straight up? I want to be straight up. Like if people are like, hey, you know what? I want to have sex with you. But I don't want to be exclusive. That's just be straight up.
That's what I always tell these.
Be
guys.
like, okay, like if you want to be a fuckboy, just tell me. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Like there's other girls that will like, that will, be a fuckboy with you and have sex with you just because.
No, this is all cap. I'm gonna say
why?
Okay. If I was actually honest, right? Let's say there's a girl at a party.
Oh,
like I just see her. I've never met her before. I don't know her personality. Maybe she's a piece of shit. Maybe she's amazing. You want me to walk up to a girl? Hey, I really want to fuck you right now, and be honest.
No.
Yo, these girls. I don't even if she finds me really attractive, she's gonna be like, that's a huge turnoff. Play the game a little bit, like.
No, but I mean, look, women manipulate men manipulate women. You know what I'm saying? We all do the same thing. Just do a little bit of that. Be like, hey, like I'm that type of guy that like, I don't want.
That's what I'm saying.
Just sweeten it up a little bit. You don't have to be like super straight up. You could be like, hey, I'm not that type of guy that does a relationship. I don't know if you like that, but you can get to know me and stuff.
Okay, here's where your entire argument. I'm gonna destroy your entire argument.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever we have like a party here, right?
Yeah.
If there's a girl I want to hook up with and I'm like talking to her or whatever.
Yeah.
I always have an excuse to go to my room. Oh, do you want some of the good tequila? Like there's tequila in my room. And when they come to my room, they know it's for sex. Like they're not, girls aren't that dumb.
Yeah,
like
we're
girls
not
know
dumb.
what it, but for some reason, if I said, yo, let's go up to my room, we're going to have sex. It's like, no, I'm not a slut.
Wait, first of all, why would you do that in the first place? Like you don't even know the girl. Like what if she has like STD or something?
I wear condoms, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you never had a one night stand before?
No.
Ever?
No.
You never had a one night stand? Okay, well you're better than
No,
the
she
rest.
had a 2-night stand.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is, like, actually, when I dated that guy, I would have dated that guy if he wasn't an asshole.
Yeah.
I was, because I'm a relationship person. I'm not.
If he wasn't broke?
No. If he wasn't an asshole, he wasn't gaslighting me and like telling me like, oh, well, I'm not going to meet you because you did this to me. He wasn't a child. I actually wanted to date him. Like, I genuinely wanted to date him, but I guess, he's an asshole.
We're talking about the same broke guy who was
the
weird.
Guy. Yeah.
Okay.
He just got weirder as the time passes by.
Gotcha.
So let me ask you this then. Okay. So you said like that one time you went on a date and it was kind of like, he was like, oh, you're giving me mixed signals. You're kind of like on the bed. You want me to go on the bed? You not? Like, do you want to, are you trying to have sex with me or not?
I should have been straight up. Like, hey, you know what? I want you to snuggle me.
But I think it's like, girl, there's only one time that actually it was the opposite that worked for me, and that's a funny story. But every other time, it's like
they hook up with you.
No, every other time it's like they know that the subcontext of what I'm saying. Hey, come to my room. Let's play guitar together. Blah blah. They know it's in my bedroom. They know they want to sleep with me, but they need the excuse so they don't feel like a slut. And I'm not saying in a bad way.
We want to be, they want to be hoes, but but they want something to be like. Like, oh,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I think it's
when
the
you're
fantasy,
like, why aren't guys just straight up? That's why guys aren't straight. Because if I said, hey, let's go to my room, we're gonna have sex, she'd be like, I'm not a slut.
No,
hey,
you could be like, hey, let's go to my room and do some stuff. Let's do some stuff.
How is that different?
I don't know.
Like to me, if I say, hey, let's go to my room to get the good tequila, they know it's for sex. But they want the excuse to make them not feel like a slut. I actually feel like I'm more of a gentleman for lying because they know I'm lying in a way that makes them feel good about themselves.
Well, I don't think you're lying.
No.
I think you're just
assuming.
No, it's not even you're assuming. You're giving them the ropes to say no to you without rejecting you. So it's an option. It's like an option of like, hey, like if you don't want to come, but we are going to grab some tequila.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to make the move because you did come with me and that you opened that door.
Okay. I mean, so in
reality,
and if they come up, they just want tequila and make my move and like, they're not into it. Okay. Like fair game. That's fine. But like, they kind of know what I feel like most.
I mean, we're not dumb. Women are not dumb at all. Like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We know when we're manipulating you. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Like they just like the facade. Like they. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's why, like, even you said you're like.
Yeah.
At one point, I remember you saying like, "Oh, it just kind of happened."
Yeah.
But like, it didn't really just happen. Like, you knew what was happening, but like, you liked the fact that like
the fantasy.
It was more. It felt organic. It didn't feel like all right, we're going to my room. We're going to now have sex. Yeah. Like, initiate the intercourse. Like, you don't want to feel like a robot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You've been fantastic. We're 30 minutes over because how great you are.
Thank you.
So we'll have to
I have
redo this one.
days. I have a bunch of stories.
At some point. Yeah, I know you do. Next time when you come here, just like have them written down.
I know. I have to. I should have written down.
It's okay. Next time, though. Next time.
Next time. I'm going to write everything what I have to say to the public. Because I'm mad at you guys. There's so much stuff that I have to say about LA. So much stuff.
I believe you. All right, stop talking. Thanks for coming on this show. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.